Good afternoon, everybody. I hope you can all hear me. This is going to be a long session because it's after lunch. But I'll try and keep it as, I was going to say entertaining as possible, but that's not possible because I'm not an entertainer. But yes, thank you very much. I want to thank PortaOne for inviting us today. It's a real, it's a real privilege to be here and to talk to you today. Just before I get into the introduction, by my name and my surname, you've pronounced it perfectly. I am South African. I'm South African based. I was saying to somebody this morning, you can see who's from South Africa. These are people who arrived late because we all got stuck in traffic. But yeah, I am South African based. But before I get into the detail, I wanted to maybe take one slide back. And I wanted to use this opportunity just to show that, PortaOne was nominated as one of our partner winners for innovation globally this year. So I wanted just to stress that because that's important in terms of our partnership and how we engage with customers. If there's an echo on the microphone, just tell me, then I will either talk softer. So I want to talk to you about unlocking telecom and innovation. And I want to, just before I get there, I want to just talk about the automation piece. When we talk automation, we, from a Boomi standpoint, we talk automation not only from a workflow process perspective, but we talk automation also from an integration capability perspective. So think about automation is data automation or data synchronization and automation from a process perspective. And I'm going to keep this very high level. I'm not going to give you a technical overview. Maybe I'll use this mic, then I've got better. Can you hear me? Great. Okay, so digital transformation is everywhere, and the change in this digital era is relentless. And I don't need to tell anybody in this room that this is what's happening. And this is happening in all sectors, in all businesses. I think the question that we are asking ourselves is how do you as an organization navigate your way through this change, and how do you turn this change into your ultimate edge? And I think that is the key for every organization when we talk to organizations today. And you see this change in your industry today, and I'm not going to talk to you about your industry. You know your industry far better than what I do. But the reality is the AI revolution, it's real, it's upon us, it's happening right now. Data privacy and regulations. I heard a talk this morning talking about data privacy, data regulations, SaaS and cloud adoption. The question is not should I move to cloud? The question is what is my strategy to move to cloud? Cost and margin pressures. I think everybody is very well aware of that. And then more importantly, the demand from business to innovate and to innovate very quickly. And when you look at this, the question that you ask yourself is how do I leverage AI and machine learning to optimize predictive maintenance, as an example? How do I manage the data privacy in my organization, and how do I do it where I can protect the data in my environment? How do I deal with customer acquisition? And so for those of you who are not familiar with Boomi, if you do customer acquisition, data synchronization from PortaOne, or in that particular instance, the chances that you have Boomi in your environment is very good. So Boomi is that layer that extends into your enterprise application systems to be able to bring the data into the PortaOne system and vice versa. And then how do we deal with the proliferation? And we spoke about this morning around IoT and getting the data on the edge. What does that look like, and how do you as a telco deal with it on a daily basis? But you also see the opportunities, right? And those opportunities are how do you do application consolidation, application modernization. I'm almost 100% sure that it's happening in pockets somewhere in one of your businesses. Workflow optimization, process improvement, and then data-driven management is key elements that you would be looking at on a daily basis. How do you ensure the connectivity, your solution, how you have got a reliable network, the data that flows through the network, the management of that, and transformation of services, data analytics, and e-commerce and mobile payment. Just think about this. A customer comes comes online through your digital channel, how do you manage that? How do you manage that customer coming on, making sure they get processed, and the billing at the end of the month is 100% correct and accurate? Those are all the elements that you are dealing with on a day-to-day basis. But with this transformation comes digital fragmentation, and we're all aware that somewhere in the business there is what we call digital fragmentation. How do we deal with the digital fragmentation? How do we manage that? And more importantly, how do we navigate our way around that? And you are not alone, because if you look at statistics, 364 is the amount of SaaS applications that the average enterprise has today. I try to check for myself, is that a good average? Statistics say it's 364 applications. 19% of the board made progress toward achieving their digital transformation. Now, the question that you can ask yourself, why is it only 19%? Perhaps is it because the demand is changing, it's shifting so quickly that we're always playing catch up. What would be the reason for the 19%? 68% of businesses continue to indicate a disconnect between development and the business requirement. Again, we talk to customers daily. The business wants output, they want to see results, and they want to see it very, very quickly. And us, from a technology perspective, how does the technology keep up with the ability to manage and to build out those applications? And 79% of organizations have less than 100 data sources and 30% more than 1,000 data sources. So it's vast, it's big, it's massive. And the question is, how do we deal with that? And in a partnership with PortaOne and Boomi itself, based here in South Africa and globally, we say we've got the solution that is an intelligent integration and automation platform. What does an intelligent and integration and automation platform give you? What does Boomi give you from a business perspective? And Boomi is a multi-cloud, independent, low-code automation platform. I've said it, I think, 3 times, but I want to stress this. And what does it give you? It gives you intelligence. So you need the ability to connect systems, data sources, in a very intuitive way. And when you look at the intelligence, Boomi just launched what we call Boomi GPT. It gives you the flexibility for a user to say, connect my CRM with my ERP in natural language, finds those ERP systems, and it makes the connection for you. The Boomi GPT is not built on a database. It's recipes and data that's been used by 20,000 of our customers. So Boomi has a 20,000 customer base, and based on the connections that they make, based on the integration points that they make, this is built on top of that. And you're welcome to go check it out. We've got a video around that. Then we're obviously talking about integration and the ability to connect your systems. I was having a conversation with someone and they said, is there still a space for developers? And I think we touched on it this morning as well. Absolutely. There's always place for developers, but the reality is you don't want to spend your time and your effort and your energy trying to connect systems in a custom code manner, because when the one system needs an upgrade, that connection breaks, there's a governance challenge and so on and so forth. So allow the developers to focus on more important things in the business while the platform such as Boomi does the connection for you. Then we're talking about scale, we're talking about automation, simplicity, in other words, reduce the time to value, and then more importantly, the ability to have security coupled with that. So what is Boomi? Boomi is modern architecture. Boomi gives you true freedom. And when we're talking about true freedom, we're talking about multi-cloud, independent cloud. By the way, if you are on-premise, Boomi has a hybrid technology capability. So when you're sitting on-prem and you've got some applications in the cloud, Boomi does cater for that. Boomi is AI-powered. I've spoken about that. And when the ease and efficiency, again, deploy rapid anywhere and democratize innovation. How do you do these things very, very quickly basically in a drag and drop function and capability. And it's obviously future ready, right? So that is Boomi in a nutshell, and that gives you the digital cohesion, making use of the low to no code capability in a platform gives you this cohesion. So when you look at this cohesion, and this is just a high-level view of some of the capabilities in Boomi, but I think the big question here is how do you take this and build out a composable solution that will enable you and improve your customer engagement. We've got application, data synchronization, device integration, event integration, API, and then obviously the process automation. The great thing about this platform is you might use components of it, so you might use some of the flow capabilities as part of the PortaOne, but each one of these capabilities are modular within the platform. And then the last slide, I think it's the second last slide, just talking about the attributes, right? Boomi is composable. You can democratization of the data and visibility and control of that data in your organization. So your digital transformation journey just got a whole lot smoother. Boomi, and again in partnership with PortaOne, we want to bring that value to you in your business so that you can do what you do and focus on your business and allow the systems and the data and the people to be able to connect to one another. And then our promise is a platform that is easy to use, powerful enough to meet today's demands and tomorrow's challenges. And with that, that is me. You this much closer to, there's no rugby, but you're this much closer to the end of the day. Thank you.